Hi everyone, how are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Last session we have started concentration and also we have studied mass concentration, mass percent and mole fraction. As you see in here, today's lesson starts from the concentration of molarity. Next session, inshallah, we will have some experiences from the molarity, from the normality and normality as well. Let's start our lesson. Concentration of molarity is defined as moles of solute per volume of solution in liters. Concentration of molarity represented by capital M. Also, we can say like this. Molarity is equal to moles of solute dissolved to the volume of solution. As we have studied last session, the unit of mole is mole and also the unit of volume is liter. Mole hour liter is equal to what? Molar. It means the unit of molarity is molar. For example, in this example, you will understand more about molarity. When you are going to dissolve the mole of solute into the volume of the solution, it will give you the concentration of molarity. What does it mean? For example, we have in here the molarity of HCl solution is 2 molar. It means from the HCl we have what? 2 molar. It means is equal to, what does it mean? 2 is 2. What is the molar was? Mole hour liter. Mole hour what? Hour liter. In here we have. It means there are 2 moles of HCl in 1 liter solution. Let me do an example more. For example, we have in here 2 mole of NaCl. 2 molar of NaCl. What does it mean? It means we have 2 mole of sodium chloride in 1 liter of solution. This one is belongs to what solution? But 2 mole of sodium chloride, 2 mole of sodium chloride, it means 170 gram of sodium chloride dissolved into this solution. In here we are going to discuss molar concentration formulas. We have 2 types of formula according to the molarity. One of them is according to the mole. Another one is according to the mass. When we can use from this formula, when the question says about the mole, these formulas, they are the same. Because what was the formula of mole? Mole is equal to mass over molar mass. It means we can substitute instead of N, mass over molar mass times V. Also in denominator we have volume. I should write in here what is the unit of N is mole and the unit of V in here. It should be liter. 100% it should be liter. Also it shows what? The molarity. Also we have in here, it shows molarity. M is what? Mass of solute. And also this one is the molar mass of solute, molar mass of solute. And V is the volume of solution. Volume of solution. Also we have another formula. We can write like this. M is equal to mass times 1000 milliliter over molar mass times V. Also, we can use from this formula. In this formula, the unit of volume should be according to milliliter. Let's do some example. For example, in here we have calculate the molarity of solution 2.5 mole sodium sulfate in 1.25 liter solution. At first, you should categorize the solution. After that, you can solve it better. For example, we have mole of sodium sulfate is equal to 2.5 mole. And in here also we have volume of solution is equal to 1.25 liters. We have from first formula we can solve this question. Molarity is equal to N over V. M is equal to, what is the value of N is 2.5 mole. And also we have in here the unit of volume. The value of volume is equal to 1.25 liters. In here, when you simplify 2.5 divided by 1.25, it will be 2. And mole hour later, it will give us what? Molar. Okay. Next question, calculate the molarity of a solution prepared by dissolving 20 grams of sodium hydroxide in enough water to make 2 liters of solution. Categorize our solution. Our question, we have mass of sodium hydroxide is equal to 20 grams. We have also we have volume in here. Volume of solution is equal to 2 liters. We have in here. Also we need, as you know from this formula, we need molecular mass as well. Mass times 1000. Also we can use from this formula as well. The unit of liter in the unit of volume in here should be liters. Also we need the molar mass. Molar mass of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is equal to the atomic mass of sodium is 23, 16 and hydrogen is 1 is equal to 23 plus 16 plus 1 is equal to 40 gram our mole. In here we can solve now very easy. Molarity is equal to what is the mass of solute. In here we have 20 gram. We have divided by what is the molarity. In here we have 40 times the unit of volume should be according to the liter. It is so important. We have in here 2 liters. We can simplify it into each other. We can cancel into each other as well. 1/4 molar. It means in here also we can write like this. 1 divided by 4 is equal to 0.25 molar. Okay. Now I'm going to say something about molality. Molality and molarity, they are different from each other. As you see in here, we have the number of moles dissolved in 1 kilogram of solvent, not solution. This is not solution. For example, in here we have mole of solute, we have plus mole of solvent. It will give us what? Mole of solvent, mole of solution. When we are going to find the molality, we should dissolve the mole of solute in 1 kilogram of solvent, not solutions. According to this definition, we can write a formula for this. Molality is represented by a small m. Also, some books it's written, for example, 2 dash it means we have like m. It means 2 molal. In here we have a formula. Molal is equal to, it shows the mole, and also m prime shows the mass of solvent. In here, mass of solvent. Also we have two formula, and also in here instead of n we can substitute mass, our molar mass. Also mass of solvent is in here m prime. Also the mass of solvent should be according to the what? According to the kilogram. Also we have in here also kilogram. Okay, now I'm going to solve one question. For example, we have 90 grams of glucose is dissolved in 1 kilogram of water. Calculate the molality. At first we should rearrange our question. For example, we have mass of what? Mass of glucose. In here we have is equal to 90 grams. We have dissolved in 1 kilogram of water. 1 kilogram of water. It means mass of water H2O is equal to 1 kilogram in here. According to the formula, we can solve this question. You should recognize from which formula we should solve this question. From the second one, molality is equal to mass of solute divided by molar mass times m prime. It means mass of solvent. Molality is equal to, what is the value of mass of solute? In here we have 90 gram. In here we have, what is the molar mass of glucose? As I found in last session, the molar mass or molecular mass of glucose is equal to 180 gram our mole. In here we can put the value of molar mass of glucose is equal to 180 times m prime is 1 kilogram. It's given 1 kilogram we have in here. We can simplify it into each other. 1 divided, okay, simple to 1. Also it becomes 2 it will remains 1 over 2 molar. 1 over 2 molar. Also we can write like this. 1 over 2 is 0.5 molar. Okay, next one. Concentration of normality. Also we can say equivalent concentration. Some terms have to be known before defining normality. Now let's explain these terms. For example, at first you should understand what is the mole factor. Mole factor is represented by a small a. According to the compounds, mole factor is different from the, for example, in acids, we should take the number of hydrogen ion, also sigma of hydrogen ion. According to the bases, we should take the number of hydroxide ion or sigma of hydroxide. And from the salts, you should take the total number of positive charge or cation valence. Also, we can say, for example, in here we have sulfuric acid. What is the mole factor of this compound? Is 2 because it has how many hydrogen ion? It has 2. It means A is equal to what? 2. In here, for example, we have HCl. How many hydrogen do we have in here? We have 1. Okay, we should take A is equal to what? 1. From the bases, we should take the number of hydroxide ion. For example, I have in here calcium hydroxide. How many OH do we have in here? 2. It means A is equal to what? Is equal to 2. Total number of positive charge or cation valence. For example, we have sodium sulfide. The valence of sodium is 1 because sodium is located in the first group. 2 times 1 is equal to what? Is equal to 2. The mole factor of sodium sulfide is 2, calcium hydroxide is 2, for example, sulfuric acid, HCl, so I choose them. Okay, next one is equivalent mass shows by EQM. EQM is equivalent mass or equivalent weight, also gram, also we can say. Mass is substance is found by dividing molar mass, by dividing molar weight or molar mass of substance by mole factor of the substance. For example, find the equivalent of H2SO4. What was the formula? At first, we need the molecular weight or molecular mass. Also, we have studied the mole factor. It means at first we should find the molar mass of H2SO4. In here, H2SO4. The atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, from sulfur is 32, and from oxygen is 16. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 times 32 is 32. 4 times 16 is equal to 64. When we are summed them together, add them together, it will become 98 gram hour mole. Okay, in here we can solve this question. Equivalent mass is equal to, what is the molecular weight of sulfuric acid? In here we have 98. How many hydrogen does it have? It has 2 hydrogen. Also the value of mole factor is 2. It should be equal to the 49. Hope you understand something from this lesson. Now we are going to start the normality. As I told you before, next session inshallah we will have some experiences from these concentration, from the molarity, molality, normality as well. Okay, look here. What is the normality, concentration of normality? Number of equivalents of a solute per liter of solution. As I told you, as we have studied equivalent mass in previous page, normality is equal to equivalent gram of solute dissolved by volume of solution. According to this definition, we can write a formula for this. Normality is represented by capital N is equal to equivalent gram of solute dissolved in volume of the solution. Also, this one, when we can use from this formula, when the question says according to the equivalent gram. Also, we have another formula when we can use when we can use from this formula when the question says about the mass. Also, we can simplify this formula more. For example, we have in here N is equal to mass times 1000 our equivalent gram of solute times volume of the solution. In here, the volume should be according to the milliliter. What was the equivalent gram unit formula? It was mass, molar mass divided by mole factor. We can substitute instead of equivalent gram, we can substitute what? Molar mass over A. Also, if we bring A into the denominator, it will become like this. Mass times 1000 times A divided by molar mass times volume. The volume in here is according to milliliter. It is, I think, a simple formula for solving the question. It does not necessarily to solve your question into two parts. In here, it means we have two formula. One of them is according to the equivalent gram. Also, another one is according to the what? According to the mass. Okay, let's do an example from the concentration of normality. It's written that calculate the normal concentration of phosphoric acid when there is 196 grams of phosphoric acid making its 500 milliliter solution. I arrange this question. For example, mass of phosphoric acid is equal to 196 as written in here. Molar mass of phosphoric acid is equal to 98 gram over mole. Also, we have volume of the solution in here 500 milliliter and mole factor, because we need in normality mole factor because it has three ionization hydrogen. It has ionized hydrogen. It has the mole factor should be equal to 3. From this formula, it is a simple formula for solving this question. You can solve this question from this formula. Concentration of normality is equal to what is the mass of solute? 196 times 1000. What is the mole factor in here is 3 divided by molar mass of the solute. We have in here 98 times the volume of the solution. We have 500 in here. Okay, we can simplify it in very easy. We can 1, also it becomes 2. Also we can cancel them to each other. 2 times 2 is 4 times 3 is equal to 12 normal. Okay. And now I brought in here some more information. A relation between normality, molarity and mole factor. As we have studied the concentration of normality, this we have like this formula. Also concentration of molarity we had like this formula. We can substitute instead of, for example, normality is equal to, and instead of this we can write molarity. It remains in here mole factor. This is the formula of relation between normality, molarity and mole factor. As you know, N is normality, M is molarity and A is mole factor. Let's do an example. The last example in this session, calculate the normality of 4 molar H2SO4. Normality is equal to, what is the molarity in here? Is 4 molar we have in here. What is the mole factor? Because we have 2 ionized hydrogen in here. The mole factor value is 2. When we are going to multiply them to each other, it will become 8 normal.